got you right here on this fine, fine Rocktober morning. It's the sweeping sensation that's sweeping the nation, and I'm gonna do it to you right here, right now. Wow!
Alright, my fellow YouTubers, I got one more Halloween-themed video coming up, and we're going to talk about Trick or Treat. No, not that one which came out in 2007, the 1986 one, with first-time director Charles Martin Smith. You know, the nerd from American Graffiti.
Okay, you got an ID for the liquor?
Oh, yeah. Oh, napped. I left it in the car.
Sorry.
His directorial efforts include The Snowwalker, Stone of Destiny, and Dolphin Tale. But we all gotta start somewhere, and he got his directorial debut with this not-so-great flick. To be as polite as I can, this one features a story about a metal music god that comes back from the dead. Skippy from the old Family Ties series, aka Mark Price, is breaking into feature films. That's right, Michael J. Fox wasn't the only one from that series that wanted a career as a movie star. Unfortunately, Mark Price's star hasn't shown as bright, and this, his major motion picture debut, didn't exactly shoot him into stardom the way Back to the Future did for Michael J. Fox.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Out of a DeLorean?
Anyway, there's a lot to like about this film. The cast is excellent, and it's a shame that Mark Price didn't go on to do more features, because he really is good in this film. He plays high school student Eddie Weinbauer, who idolizes his favorite rock star named Sammy Kerr.
Eddie, he did this to himself, don't you get it? He started to believe in his own hype. He did it to himself, Eddie.
They originally wanted an actual rock star to play Kerr and asked Gene Simmons, but he passed, though he does make a cameo in this film as the DJ Newt. Blackie Lawless from Wasp took the part, but only if his band could do the soundtrack. He dropped out when he learned that Wasp wouldn't do the music, but Fastway was going to provide the music. So, Tony Fields would wind up playing the rock idol Sammy Kerr. The story unfolds with Eddie mourning the death of his favorite star. He finds solace from the local radio DJ Newt, who gives Eddie the only copy in existence of Kerr's last album.
I got something for you. You know what this is? It's the last record of the Kerr legacy.
After playing the record backwards, Eddie unwittingly releases a spell that reawakens the rock god who is bent on vengeance. He plans to kill certain people that wronged him in life. Eddie realizes that he made a mistake and tries to defeat the rock god and send him back to the grave.
You should be loyal to your heroes. Make it turn on you.
Like I said, there is a lot to like in this film. It captures the feel of 80s metal and enlists such tropes as backward masking and congressional hearings that took place only a year before this film came out. Ozzy Ozbourne plays a minister that is seeking to ban metal music from the airwaves in a comical cameo.
I think they're just out-and-out sick people, I mean, and they're trying to make everyone else around them who listens to their music as sick as they are.
We have always talked about the positive aspects of the music industry, but of course the highlight has been on the excesses that have been allowed to develop as we have tried to focus our concern on those excesses.
The real hearings had then Senator Al Gore and his wife condemning the lyrics to many of that day's songs. How can a senator with such a cool name for metal and horror, Gore, wind up being so square? I just don't know. Such diverse luminaries as John Denver and Frank Zappa testified, looking very conservative in their three-piece suits to make their points. But it was Dee Snyder of Twisted Sister that stole the show. He refused to conform to their standard and showed up in jeans and cut-off sleeves. So who won at those hearings? Well, I'd call it a tie. Congress got to label suggestive albums with a parental advisory, and the rock stars made sure to include graphic content and get one of those stickers on their albums because albums with that sticker had increased sales. For this reason, the film has a cult following among metalheads, but the initial box office receipts were poor. It made just under $7 million at the box office. Technically, it was successful as the budget for the film was around $3 million, but for a horror film released around Halloween, that just doesn't cut it. I believe the reason for the low box office has to do with the special effects. None are that well done, and some are downright cheesy. I think they should have taken a page from the John Carpenter school of filmmaking and used some eerie photography and scary content over special effects. Carpenter didn't have a budget for special effects, so he simply filmed the scenes with an eerie undertone that sent chills up the viewer's spine. Trick or Treat does have moments like that, but when they cut to the special effects, they were laughable and ruined the tone of the film. 2 stars from this movie reviewer for a valiant effort, which could have been so much more. And that's all the time we have today. Join me next time on Don't Make Me Watch That for another brand new episode. If you love comics and pop culture as much as I do, you'll subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to stay informed of upcoming videos. Please share this video, as that will help me gain subscribers as well. I also want to remind you to check out my columns and reviews on 2 sites, Comics for Sinners and Comic Crusaders. I also have my own franchises, Adolescent Radioactive Samurai Platypi and Carl Vincent Vampire Hunter. The latter has been picked up by Cutthroat Comics. Check the links below for more details and the link to Dracula Rising, which is available on Amazon. Here's some great artwork from Raphael Lanohouse from the origin story Foul Blood. Once again, available on Cutthroat Comics. See the links below. I also have a book which is a collection of my reviews and columns called Comics, Pop Culture, and Politics. You can also find t-shirts and posters on Teespring. Again, check the links below for all Carl Vincent Vampire Hunter merchandise.
What happened to the good old simple love song? I love you. That's a good word to use. Nowadays, they have to write some sickness. It's just absolutely sick and bizarre.